Welcome back. We are in our final video on the Law of Attraction module. I'm excited. This one's going to be a ton of fun. Get a notebook out, get something to write with, and get ready to be really creative, be in high vibration. We are now ready, you are ready to create some intentions for your vision, for the vision of your life and what you want to do with all of these amazing tools that you are gaining right now. If you're not quite sure what that vision is, don't worry. It will be emerging for you really, really soon. Just a few reminders, your vibration is a magnet. The universe will deliver to you what you put out to it, exactly what you put out to it. Self-fulfilling prophecies are exactly that. We can make them negative, we can make them positive. Let's make them positive. And we are going to focus here right now in this video on language that does work for setting intentions. Remember how we talked about finding your baseline, the baseline that puts you in a really high vibration? For me, it's knowing exactly what I feel like when I sit down at my harp and I start to play and I feel that flow. And just by talking about it, you can probably hear it in my voice. Thinking about it and just imagining the harp in front of me, I am already in a higher state of vibration. What's your baseline? Find it now. Get in that high state of vibration, as high as you can go right here, right now. Now we're ready. Okay, we're ready. Go ahead, grab a pen, grab a notebook so that we can start to brainstorm. You might want to doodle, do whatever you need to get your expressive juices flowing. So now it's time to choose something for your intention. And you might end up having more than one, and that is okay too. You're going to want to choose something that you can measure, something that's clear to you in the next 8 weeks, the next bit of the program that you have remaining to you. And you and I will have time to fine tune this. So don't worry about it being perfect right now. Just get the main concept in your head. And you want to choose something that is important to you, but not overwhelmingly distant or difficult. You'll work up to those. We don't want to start with the big kahunas quite yet. So instead of choosing your retirement island that you want to be on at that point in your life, let's choose something that's fairly close at hand and you feel like it's a little bit of a challenge, but not so much of a challenge that it lowers your vibration, right? So we want to find that sweet spot right in the middle. Some examples of that might be to find clarity. That's actually a great intention, to find clarity about where you're going, what your gifts are, why you're here. Another example might be to prepare for a 5K. You're setting an intention that you're preparing for a particular athletic goal and you're setting forth the steps to do that. These intentions will help you get there. Another intention could be to be joyful each day. If you find that your vibration lowers throughout the day, your intention can simply be to be joyful, and the intention will help you create some strategies to be able to do that. Another intention could be to have a great morning. If you find your mornings are rushed and you don't get the sweet time to create those 17 minutes of high vibration that you're craving, that's a beautiful intention. Another one could be simply to practice patience. If you find yourself getting impatient or grumpy during the day, practicing patience and cultivating that patience is a great intention. For now, avoid money intentions unless you're really feeling super high vibration and that's feeling resonant and you know that's what you want to do. We will have the opportunity to work on money intentions. They're good intentions. Most of us have to kind of get rid of a lot of blocks that are there about money before we're really ready to work on that one. It's totally up to you. If you feel like you can go for it, go for it. Otherwise, wait for me, and that's something we can do together. So you've probably been brainstorming, you might be writing down some ideas and you're seeing which one is going to be the home run for you. When you find the one that is for you, you will have an aha moment, most likely, and it will feel in resonance. This part is really, really important. If I set a goal for you, if I set an intention for you, and it is not in resonance with you, it falls flat, right? We're really out of sync when that happens. We're creating a vibrational intention. We're putting this in that quantum field. We're sending it backwards, forwards, upside down, right side up in space. And so it really needs to have that aha and resonance feeling with you. And don't worry about it being perfect because we can adjust and tweak as we move on. Just get it down. And we'll work on this in our first call if we haven't had that already. If you're starting to have trouble with the intention, then your intention may need to be to find clarity. That's your intention. It might also be because you have what I call a self-limiting belief. That's a very common metaphysical term. I call them SLBs from here on out. So an example of a self-limiting belief is I'll never have blank, or such and such is really hard, or I want this if it happens in this way, where we try to control how the universe delivers abundance and blessings and our desires to us. Those self-limiting beliefs will crop up. They crop up for everyone. They're going to crop up for you. The key from this point forward is to start to recognize those, adjust that thought, because that's the order that you're putting out to the universe. We're going to adjust that thought and put it out there in a way that's really high vibration. When I catch you in a self-limiting belief, I will gently alert you so that we can make adjustments. If you're having trouble coming up with an intention and you find these thoughts running through your head, oh, I would like to have that be my intention, but, then what follows the but is a self-limiting belief that we need to address together. So start to take note of those and we will work through them. And I've got a funny story for you. As I was preparing this video, I wanted to give you a very, very concrete example of intentions that I set. And a lot of the intentions that I set are revolved around this program and how I do my work and the kind of ministry that I engage in outside of this program. So I wanted something very concrete for you. And I needed to focus. So I did all the tools. I put my feet flat on the ground. I took a deep breath. I reached for my angel cards. I love these little angel cards. And my intention was, let me draw a card that will be very helpful for people who are watching this video, who are setting their intentions. This is the card I drew. I drew the intention card. I can't make this up. This is law of attraction at work. I'm getting angel bumps as I am even saying this. The intention that I had, I was thinking about intention, and then I drew the card for intention, and I felt all my angels take a little chuckle because that's exactly the example that I wanted to give to you. So that is an example of law of attraction at work. And I am going to show you what my intentions are for this program. What better way than to show you how I begin to do this? Let me give you an example of my intentions about creating intentions, which is all just getting a little bit funny. Keep in mind that specificity is key. Being vague will yield vagueness, and you have lots of time to practice this. So here's my example. Every month, new people are attracted to the Awakening and Transformation program to have their lives transformed. That was kind of version 1. But when we take a look at that, see how that's pretty vague? New people could be 5 people are attracted to the Awakening and Transformation program, but they don't actually join it. So I can have people that are interested, but they don't actually take the step forward to be in the program. So see how that vagueness actually needs to be adjusted. So I became more specific, and actually the version I'm about to show you is 2 or 3 versions down the road from what I first wrote down. So the more specific version is every month, 10 new people or more join the Awakening and Transformation program. They are ready to integrate metaphysical practices into their Christian journey so that they can grow and then serve the world. That's a very specific intention. I've not yet hit the 10 new people or more, but I've gotten really close to that. And I feel a really high resonance with this intention. And I have someone with whom I've worked holding this intention with me. So I'm not doing it alone. We are a community. We hold our intentions together. Share your intentions with people whom you trust and love. You do that with the people who are in the program now. And when you're an alum, you can do it with the people in the alum group. So this is the gift that keeps on giving. Let's work on it. Let's get this pattern down so that we can do this together. I always check in with the thy will be done. It's so important. If my goal was to have, 1,000 people join the Transformation and Awakening program so that I could go to Fiji, that would just not be in resonance with my spirit. We have to do this in a way that's highly in resonance with our intuition and knowing that that is part of the Holy Spirit. We need to check self-limiting beliefs at the door, but also tune in to make sure what we do is in resonance. So you are going to start to say yes in your intention building. You're going to start to say phrases like, yes, I can, I will, God desires for me, and most importantly, thy will be done. Build all of this kind of language into your intentions, and you can feel how high vibration that feels when you say it. And we're going to banish the following words starting now in your intention work, in your vision work for yourself. No more of these words. Never, don't, not, can't, won't, no. They have no place in your intention, because remember, the order that we put out there is what we receive. Let me give you a very simple example. If I say, I don't want to drink any more Diet Cokes, all the universe hears is no and Diet Coke, and I'll probably keep drinking them. If I say, I wish to be healthy and free of addiction, then the universe can hear that and can deliver that to me. So that's a kind of off the cuff one, but I think you're starting to get the idea. We want to say what we do want, not what we don't want. Another one that's very important, and this really revolutionized the way that I create intentions for myself, is we don't need justifications. You do not need to explain why you have your goals. Knowing why you have them for you internally can be really helpful. You know, I want to be soda free because I value my health, and my intuition is much higher when I'm not having sodas, right? That's fine to use that kind of language for yourself. But in creating the intentions we're going to create and share with others, we don't have to justify our decisions. In fact, we shouldn't justify our decisions. We should only say what we do want. Let me give you an example. As an adult, when I go visit my family, if I want to stay in a hotel and grandma, mom and dad, whomever ask me why, as soon as I start to explain myself and justify my reasons, I get arguments, right? I get pushback. We do not want pushback from the universe. The universe doesn't need to know why we want it. It's happy to give it to us. Just tell it what we want. Make sure that that's in resonance with our intuition, with the Holy Spirit, and you're good to go. You don't have to explain a darn thing to anyone. Now, once you feel really good about the intention, you've brainstormed it, you've been writing it down, you've been doodling ideas. Once you've chosen that goal, that intention, you are going to write it down. And I'm going to give you some language that you can use and adapt to fit to you. You're going to post it everywhere. Put reminders on your phone. Say your intention over and over again when you're in a high vibration state. Every morning, every evening, in those 17 minutes before you go to sleep. If it's not in resonance, if you start to feel like your intention, maybe this one needs a little bit of adjusting, you have two choices. You can adjust the intention, and that's fine. And remember, back in mine, I showed you my vague version and then my version kind of 4.0. So you can adjust your intentions to be more in resonance with you, or adjust your vibration. Decide which one needs adjusting, make the adjustment. Those of you who are artistically talented, or if you just like being artsy and craftsy, you might want to make a vision board. These can be very powerful. Go to Pinterest. They'll show you 10,000 examples. All the same suggestions still apply using positive language. If it really helps you to see your intention in art, go for it. I cannot show you a great example for me because vision boards just don't work with my brain chemistry, at least not right now. But if you have a vision board, take a picture, put it on Facebook, because we would love to see it. How does all of this work exactly? We've been talking about the law of vibration and putting our vibrational signature out there the whole week. So remember all of our lessons about vibrations from last week. This puts your attention on the positives you want in your life. Focusing on the positive will deliver the positives. Focusing on the negatives and what you don't want will deliver just that. This requires you to be in prayer and to be in a state of connection with God and starting practices of meditation and of Lectio Divina and doing really fun things that put you in a state of high vibration all contribute to that. And you start to live in a higher state of vibration when your life is without limits. So no more self-limiting beliefs. We're going to transform, transmute those, identify them. I will help you do that. Your homework is to write down your intention and say it every single day and start to live it. Start to live as if that has happened. Post it in our Facebook group. Be sure to tag me and email it to me. If you're having any wobbles on whether this intention is in resonance, that's exactly what we're going to work on in our phone call together, plus a lot more. It won't take long, and this is always really, really fun. That is it. That is the end of this module. I will see you in the next one and on Facebook. Can't wait to see your intentions.